Hello everyone, this is Eugene and this is my EU4 strategy guide about France. France is known among the players as one of the most powerful and really strong countries in Europe and in the whole EU4. Yes, I can quite agree with this statement. In the last patches, as for me, France power was reduced a bit, and it is already not so scarifying when it is run by the IE as it was in the first patches. Then the game was just announced, and the first patches I made, France was really some imbalanced power when it was run by the IE. So it was a real nightmare for all the players whose countries was close to it. You needed just to have really powerful allies to get rid of this threat. Big Blue Blob, that was her name among the players. Now it's not so powerful, but nevertheless really strong and a good choice for beginners to start their first campaigns in EU4. So the first point of my guide will be about the geographical position of France. In the nearest future you will have in the north you will have the English Channel as your border, as well as Atlantic Ocean on the west. So from two sides, if you will have a good navy, you won't have any problems. Yes, first you need to get rid of England and Brittany, but nevertheless, in some nearest future, it's quite good as for me. In the south, the situation is similar, not so easy, but also quite good. It is the Mediterranean Sea. You'll have two provinces here, and the two bottlenecks which will connect you with the Iberian Peninsula. Also quite good position to as well as defend. Not so good to attack, but it can't be good in all two options. Just you will have easy way to defend. That's already quite good. And as you can guess, your main theater of war will be on the east. All your main rivals and potential provinces to conquer are situated here. So all your attention must be oriented on this area. Now we'll go to the second point of the guide, the internal situation in France at the 1444 starting date. So if we will speak about the development and the provinces we get at the start, they're quite good. So here you can see that you have a lot of provinces, even for more than 10, more than 15, and yeah, you really have no provinces which are less than 10 development, and that's quite good. So you will have enough money to maintain big armies, to reinforce them, and just to have not serious problems with money. So speaking about religion, also at the starting date you have absolutely no problems. You are the Catholic, all your provinces are Catholic, and everything is going well. But in future you will surely face the Reformation, and in the other points we will speak how to deal with this problem. And finally we should speak about the accepted cultures. So as you can see, all cultures who are situated in your country are accepted. Here we can look. So there are 3 cultures in your country at the start. All of them are accepted, so you have no no serious problems inside the country. Oh yeah, and if we speak about the trade, so your two main trade nodes will be Bordeaux if you will go into colonies, and the Champagne. Also, there are two end nodes close to you. It is Genoa and the English Channel. So in future you will need to conquer one of them, to control one of them, or even both, if it will be possible. Now we go to the first point of my guide. It is the French ideas. So the main bonuses what you will get by playing France. Here there, so your traditions are quite good. It's the increased manpower and increased diplomatic reputation. It's quite nice bonus. So the first idea, it will give you the +1 diplomatic relation, more relations, more vassals, allies, quite nice. Moral of armies plus 20%, really good bonus. So it will be much more difficult for enemies to crush your armies if they will have a similar number and power. National tax modifier plus 10%, also quite nice if we will take into account that your provinces are quite rich. This national idea will help you to colonize better. So fort maintenance minus 20%, also quite good. So forts are now in the not really last patches, it was done really long ago, but nevertheless they are now cost really much to maintain, so it will save you some money which you can spend on something else. Technology cost minus 10%, really good bonus, so it will help you to save monarch points, quite a lot of them. And finally the good bonus for you to deal with the Reformation. As I already told you, you will face it, and this idea will really help you, but only if you will take the humanist ideas. That will be correct. So, and if we will already speak about the idea groups, so if we speak about administrative ideas, as I already mentioned, for me it's better to take the humanist ideas. You will need to take either these ideas or religion ideas, because in our cases you will have real problems with the Reformation. I don't speak about the problems with the Muslims if you will go in some areas where you will face this religion. But Reformation you will surely have problems with them, so you need to decide. Either you will turn them into your religion by religion ideas, either you will be a bit tolerant and to let them stay in their heretic religion. Humanist ideas is also really good group of ideas by itself. I already tell you about it in my Ottoman strategy guide. So you will have the religious unity plus 25, also good. It will help you to deal with the newly conquered provinces by the national address -2 and where is it? Yeah, and years of separatism. So the unrest will be reduced far much more faster. Max promoted cultures, so the more cultures you may promote, the less unrest you will have. Also really obvious. And yes, these three bonuses to heretics and heathens, together with your national idea, so you will have +5. Yes, you will be need to be careful with decisions, because a lot of them reduces the tolerance to heretics, but you just need to keep it in mind and everything will be okay. What's also what you can take in the admin ideas, it's the main ways are two as for me. If you are going to rush the colonies, first idea must be expansion. But I think that France is not so really good in colonizing as, for example, Castile, Portugal or England. But if you are willing to do this, so just enjoy. Economic ideas are also quite nice for France. Not as the first idea, but as the second, it will be. It seems like really good. All, as I already said, is all up to you. But either religious or humanist ideas, some of them must be taken. Diplomatic ideas, as you already by your national ideas and traditions, you will have +1 reputation and +1 diplomatic relation. I don't really think that diplomatic ideas and influence ideas both are worth to be taken, but also it's up to you. If you are going to rush your colonies, of course, exploration and trade ideas are the best way. If you are going to combine exploration, playing with colonies and game on the continent, so you need just to combine something of this. All it's up to you. I don't think that it is really crucial choice here. Just if you are going to colonies, exploration, trade. If you are going to stay on the continent, diplomatic, influence. It's really obvious as for me. Military ideas. Again, it's by playing France, it's all up to you. As for me, defensive ideas are quite nice for France and may be taken as the first one because of the year-army tradition. It's quite good for every country. Moral farm plus 15%, and I remember that by your second national idea you will gain plus 20, plus 25, 35. It's really good. Land manure maybe not so crucial. Land maintenance, spend less money, train more troops. Fort maintenance, you will also gain a minus 20 by your national ideas. Also you will earn some extra money and gain better forts. Really good. As for response speed, it is also okay, and some more problems for enemies by attrition, some less problems for attrition by you. Sounds really good. All others, such as quality, quantity, offensive ideas, all up to you. If you are, what do you like most? So, quality and offensive, you will have better troops. Quantity, you will have more troops. Either you have some super soldiers, or you have a lot of not so super soldiers. Both ways are really good, as for me. Now we will go to the fourth point of my guide, and we will speak about your potential rivals and allies. First of all, we will speak about rivals. So if we look here, yes, for example, in this chart, you will surely have England and Burgundy as your rivals. So you will need to have to decide who are not your rivals and choose them as your allies. For example, in this peak, Now, then Austria is also your rival. The only way, the only country to be your potential ally is Castile. Maybe Aragon, but if you will here, yes, they mostly often rival Castile, and you have to decide whom of them will be you would like to be a friend. Okay, if you will be lucky and neither Austria neither Burgundy will be your rivals, it's the best way, but you surely need to choose as a rival England, because England must be your first aim in order to reconquer all your lands which were taken, because it's all are your core provinces with your culture, except the Norman culture, as far as I remember, not accepted. Yeah, but all others are accepted, so you will just gain a quite nice boost here. And as I already said, your second and maybe even more deadly rival will be Burgundy, if not from the start, but in the nearest future. Why I think they are even more dangerous than England? Because England need to transport their forces onto the continent, and they won't be able to transport their entire army. So you may just to see where they're going and just to be ready to attack them and destroy, absolutely and totally. So dealing with England, it's not so difficult. It won't be so difficult war. Instead, if you are going to go into the war with Burgundy, they will have a lot of they have three senior unions and one vassal. So you will already face 5 countries, and yes, they from the start they have Britain as an ally. So you will face 6 countries. Yes, their armies in one-on-one combat are not so powerful, but if you will remember that there are 6 such armies, and Burgundy have alone quite nice army, so you will find out that will have the equal army or even more powerful army than you are. So as for me, the best way to deal with Burgundy is just to wait when they drive into wars with Austria, because they like to go to attack some of the Holy Roman Empire members, and it will surely drag them into the war with Austria. Yeah, together with Castile it will be a bit easier for you to fight with Burgundy, but nevertheless it will be really tough war, and you should find some better ways. And he will speak about some future. Of course, surely Austria, if they are not your ally from the start, they will surely rival you, because you are going into the north of Italy, into the Netherlands, and so you will surely face them as your enemy. If Castile is your ally, you can try to attack from both sides Aragon. If Aragon won't have some strong allies, it often have Austria or some other major European powers as an ally, and the same England. So you just need to search who are Aragon's friends, and if they are weak enough, just to attack and divide it between Castile and France. It will be the best option. And speaking about potential allies, Castile is already mentioned. Sometimes it will rival France, but it is not, so it's really rare, and most likely it is your first and main ally. Also, France starts with province as an ally. In my experience, it is not the best your supporter, because provinces are often willing to drag France into some unnecessary wars. The same with Burgundy, with the Papal State for this province. So it's more a headache than a really supporter. Can be other potential allies? Savoy is a really quite nice choice, as for me. Milan and some other not so not one province winners, but Switzerland, for example. But you may take into account that if you have a lot of such miners as allies, they will in most cases surely drag you into their wars, and it's not always done in the right period of time. And finally, the fifth point is the ways to expand. Where you are going to expand and what you are going to do. As I already said, your first and primary aim is to get rid of England on the European continent. So these 6 provinces and the Calais in the nearest future, you need to take them because they are all your cores and they will boost you quite much. After you have done with England, or in the peacetime between the wars with England, because it's quite difficult to take all the provinces by one war, because it will you will need a lot of war score, and you will be provided by a huge number of, not so huge, but a big number of aggressive expansion. You may for example, try to fight with Aragon, as they have, if they have not really strong friends, as I already mentioned. On the east, your first aim will be conquering Burgundy and its senior union members and vassals. But, as I already said, it's better for you to wait until they drag into war with some other powers. Yes, and of course you shouldn't forget about the event when the King of Burgundy dies. By this event you can gain all the French cores that the Burgundy has. So you will be able to get these provinces without any wars. But it's a bit of random. The King of Burgundy may die, even may die just in the first maybe 10 years or 20 years, but it may not die at all. So I think it's not the best strategy for the game just to wait. So that's why you will need to deal with Burgundy also as soon as possible. And after you get rid of England and Burgundy will be all conquered, or just all their main provinces will be conquered, the best way for you is to go into the North Italy. By the time you've done here, you will the Shadow Kingdom event may happen. It will happen in the end of the 15th century, before 1500, and it's quite nice. It will be quite nice area for conquering rich provinces, not so powerful allies. It will be far more easy for you than to go into the Holy Roman Empire and to fight with Austria. If the Holy Roman Empire will be some of the minus, yes, it may be optional, but most likely the Emperor will be the ruler of Austria, and you will have a lot of problems here in this case. Of course, then you've done with England on the continent, you may wish to go to the British Isles. But in order to do this, you will have to build a quite good navy. Maybe not equal to England, but at least enough to be able to transport your army. But also you may take into account that if you transport some part of your armies, and after this your fleet will be blocked into the port and you won't be able to beat the British fleet, so the war will be a bit difficult for you in this case. So your fleet needs to be at least equal to England in order to do this. Also, England always likes to ally with some of the Irish miners or even to vassalize them, and during your wars you may try to do some trick and to to transport your land forces here to conquer these some of these Irish miners, and after this to continue the conquest of Ireland. After this you may go into Scotland, and so the conquest of British Isles will go far more easier in this case. Yes, and speaking about Scotland, you start your game by giving the guarantee of independence to Scotland. I strongly recommend you to recall this guarantee. I can tell you why. First, it will take one of your diplomatic relation slots. So in this case you need to either make Scotland your ally or get rid of them. If you will have Scotland as your ally and you will attack England, or even England attack Scotland, you will have in the position, then you surely, yes, you will conquer all provinces of England on the continent, but England will surely conquer all the Scotland. If England was the war leader and the war started after they attacked Scotland, you will surely lose this war, because Scotland will take the peace offer and you will gain nothing, you will lose your forces, and so everything will be really bad for you. And even if you attack England and Scotland will try to help you, most likely England will conquer Scotland, and it will really it will reduce your war score really much. So all of these two possible ways are not so good as for me. That's why you need to get rid of Scotland and to attack England without their help. Well, I think that's all I would like to say you. I hope this guide will be useful for you, at least for the first steps by playing France. Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't speak about the colonization game by France, but as I already mentioned, as for me, France is not the best country. Yes, surely it must you must have some colonies, but if you are going to build some giant colonial empire, England and Scotland, or at least Portugal, are far more better for this. France is really strong on the land battlefield, so and in Europe you have a lot of options to see this. So the colonies are not must not be your main aim. As for me, as I said many times already. Yes, I think I told you everything. I hope it was really helpful for you. I will be grateful for likes and hope to see you soon on my future guides, either strategy guides, historical guides and guides for beginners. So see you soon. Goodbye.